Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create an image and then put it into the graphical software or the Python software. So I'm going to click on the plus and to start a new project, and I'm going to go to Tools menu and select Image Editor. And now that I'm in the image editor, I want to use a picture from that I already have as a JPEG. Oh, actually, it's a PNG, so I'm going to open up this PNG, and that pulls in a copy of the picture as best it can fit on the image screen. I'm going to zoom out a bit because I want to have just a tiny little airplane. So let me maybe a little bit bigger. There we go. So there's my airplane that I'm going to use, and I'm going to say next. And now I get to adjust the contrast, so I can just kind of go up and down. That's about all I can do. It tries to do its best. Maybe I want a little bit more windows. Now if I put more windows on, I lose my cute plane. And I'll say next, and there's my final picture. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to save my picture. It's not perfect. It's sort of an inverted airplane, but that's okay. And I'm going to say save, name for image and project, I'll call it my plane, and I'll say okay and close. And of course now if I wanted to in my project, I can go to display and click on here, and I have my plane that I could pick as one of my options. And in fact, I can take my plane and I can have the 0. Let's make it at x is 63 and y is -28. And let's see, it doesn't show me what it looks like up there, but this top left corner of the image is 0, 0, and that's what my xy is. So if I say 63 -28, it's going to be 63 across, and -28, it's going to be actually up higher on my screen, on my EV3 screen. And I will stick a wait block after that and wait for 2 seconds so that I could see my image. And this will work fine. You can try this. I'm not going to try it because I've already booted up my EV3 in Python, and what I want to do is I want to find a way to get that picture that I just made of my plane and export it so I can use it in Python. So I'm going to click on this little wrench up here in the top left corner that says Project Properties and click on Images, and these are the images I used in my program. This RGF is a Lego proprietary format that you can't use pretty much for anything except for the EV3 screen. So I'm clicking on the myplane.rgf, and then I'm going to export it, and I'm going to send it to dtemp, and I will save it there. So now I'm going to quit from the Lego EV3 software. I don't really want to save. I don't really care about the stuff within EV3. And I started up my Visual Studio Code. I want to do a brand new program, so I'm going to go back here, create a new project, and I'm going to call this demo image, and I will hit enter to confirm, and I'm going to save it inside of my robot projects folder as I normally do. And there we go, and I can look in main, and here's the standard source code they give me. I am going to paste in the standard starter code that I'm using in my class and paste that in here. So here we go. So now I've got all my good stuff. And now what I need to do is I need to find my folder in outside of Visual Studio. So I'm going to go into demo image, and see I've got git ignore and main.py, git ignore and main.py, and down here in dtemp I have my myplane file, and I'm just going to copy my myplane file up, or actually move it out of temp and into myplane.rgf. That's fine. And now when I close that, magic, it's in there, right? And so now I can use it. So I'm going to write a program that moves my plane across the screen. I can't remember what my plane looks like, but I think it might be moving it backwards. But let's see. I'm going to do for I in range. Let's do it like 60. And oops, I need a colon. And let's do a brick.display.image my plane.rgf. And I'm going to put that at y equals 0, but, sorry, at location, x is whatever I is, right? So maybe I, comma, 0, right? And that gives me it at location I 0. So first I will be 0, and then I will be 1, and so on. And I think I will also have a wait in there for maybe 20 milliseconds, just so that it kind of zooms across the screen. So I'm going to connect to my device. And I'm connected, and I'm going to go into the download and run screen, and I'm going to give it a shot. And sure enough, my plane flew backwards. I actually want my plane to fly forwards. So maybe what I'll do is make my program a little bit more complicated. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I'm going to make x, the x coordinate that I want, actually equal 60 minus I. Oops, not image, just I. So, and I'll put it at x 0. So when I is 0, x will be 60, and then it'll go downwards. It'll be 59, and then 58. So when I is like 1, it'll be 59, 2, it'll be 58, and so on. So it'll appear to move in the other direction. So I'm just going to try that again. And it looks great.